Don't think I'm out yet. You ready to go again?
Sure. Just let me extract this devil inside me real quick.
Huh? What is he doing? This is incredible.
What the fuck? Yo, stop that, man! Yo, what the hell? Stop that! Alright, ready for round 2?
Wash your damn hands, dumbass! What the hell?
Hello, welcome to my time lapse for Jamie drink. Here, I show you how I did stuff. I usually just kind of go for it. When I do drawings, I don't like do the basic lines or whatever. I kind of just try to guess the placements and crap and just make big splotches most of the time. It kind of like sculpt out. Like I'm like a sculptor, but for drawing. So I kind of like make blobs and then sculpt inside of it, like by erasing, to try to figure out, like, see, like, yeah, like look like a good eye. And then like, oh well, it doesn't really work, and then it's just kind of like, just kind of shit everywhere, you know. And then like re-erase, rearrange. If it doesn't work, remake it. You know, here's a jury. This is the first jury I made. I'm not really good at drawing girls in the first place, so throughout the whole thing, you'll see that jury like kind of like morphs and crap. I feel like she never really looks the same. Kind of goes with Jamie. Honestly, like, one of my defining qualities is that I'm very inconsistent in the things I do, which makes you wonder why I'm trying to pick up this whole animation thing, since I can't keep a consistent guidelines for characters. But hey, it makes it all the more interesting, you know. Kind of picking up this little hobby of this. This all be here. Here I am seen trying to replicate sweat. I don't think it really worked out, but I tried to make it not look like a another viscous substance, so it didn't look that wrong. For the shading, I don't really have like a way to go at it. I just kind of go at it. A lot of what I do is I just kind of go for it, you know? I kind of just go for it. Here I go again, going for it. This Jamie looking very different. I mean, it's the basis, right? You just kind of like get the structure and at the beginning. So, yeah. Just start blobbing it up. Like the in-between frame here. That's the back shot. And now I started drawing the hands. This is something I dreaded a lot. It was something I really wanted to do, but I also dreaded. But, you know, with a bit of a... well, we're all human, right? So, we all have the body parts to replicate humans. So, based on the original animation from Sexy Commando, from Masaru and Nakajima's little Sexy Commando animation, I had to do it in reverse. He usually does it from the front. I had to do it from the back. So that way I didn't have to draw like Jamie's face in the front while he's doing the posture. And I don't know, I thought it'd be cool and make sense with the animation to turn away to make it more mysterious. So I had to replicate the movements in real life, but with my own self. And then with the select shots, I thought it would make sense. And the select frames, so I don't redraw like 60 frames of a head moving animation. There's only so much you can do, you know. We'll see with my knowledge. Here we have a beautiful little mirror tool to save myself some work. Here we have some hair. Didn't really quite like the hair. I thought about like not keeping the hair animation flowing, but I did. Cool. This is behind the scene. Here's Jury. Didn't know. I had an idea in mind. Didn't work out. Kept trying till I got like, you know, this is kind of cool. Although she looks like she has like puffier cheeks. Then the other Juries. The first one has puffy cheeks. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just too rough on myself. Here I go, coloring this. Kind of got tired. Went back to color this. Went back, fixed his face. Because, I mean, he didn't look like anyone at that point. Made a hand. Get back to this color. Time to color. Oh, fix this because I realized I left it in the dust. Come back, fix the pants. Got a texture. Shading, fuck it. Go some deep hard blue. Kind of fun, keeps it interesting. You know, sometimes you gotta put a bit of a hint in your colors when you're shading. So that way it keeps it like a little bit fresh. Because if you just go for blacks or grays, well, I mean, there's no color in there, you know? If you put a little tint, then it keeps it interesting. Keeps it a little mystique. Which is exactly what you need. Do you? I guess you do. So now it's just like, was the predicament like, yeah, I got all these cool hands and stuff, but if I made it semi-realistic, then I just left it like flat, that wouldn't make sense, right? So I had to just admit it, and I had to just shade everything. That was the point where I was like, man, I'm just gonna have to shade everything, am I? So double the workload. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Here's a pissy piss. We just saw Jury becoming a demon there. That one's a different Jury for on purpose though, you know. She kind of looks like a demon, but a demon dog, but you know. That one was on purpose. Here, I got a cool body posture, but I kept making the head too damn small. And then I got a face I really liked, and I was like, ah, man. It's not the scale to the other one, but I'll just shrink down the body and fix the lines so they don't look too compressed. So I'm pretty happy with that stance, even though like it looks like a different Jamie. Yeah, you know, you can never win, do you? So more stuff, more fine touching, figuring out the mouth animations for Jury without looking too weird. Making her a neutral face or like a startled face. Like, this guy really handling his hair with piss, with pissy hands. That's also a different Jury. I kind of like how she looks there, but she kind of looks like a white girl, which, you know, like I don't want a whitewash Jury, but I don't know. What can you do? You know, sometimes you just do your best. But I got, you know, she looks like confused. She looks like, huh? In disbelief. That's the word. In disbelief. Ain't that right, Lily? But, you know, I've always kind of liked this shot. I think she looks kind of cool. Here's some more shading. Kind of just going for it. Sometimes when you don't know what you're doing, you just go for it. And that's how you discover things. I still know, like, how to deal with stuff. Like, I didn't even know how to properly line ears with the jawline. I was just like, if you were to rewind and crap, like, you'd see how fucked up my shit is. Here's some Jamie, some Jury ass. We both start with J. For these, I really like the prototypes line work I did. So I kind of like recycled them. That's probably the only things I've recycled. It was hard to, you know, let go for some. I had to remake my own, or remake this stuff. This stance, this pose right there, I really had a lot of difficulty trying to get the perspective right. It kind of felt like a bit awkward almost. Now I was thinking like, well, if you were to fall on your ass, how would your body rest? And then just doing that bit in the air, like, just kind of seems floaty there. So like a bit of a mix of the legs. Here, kind of like arc the back a bit, makes it more natural, more so she rests on her hand. Then I was like, oh well, maybe I can keep the two frames. So I fixed them both, but then I just ended up keeping one because it felt like there was too many frames otherwise. Sometimes too much. Simply too much. So I gotta put like extra bit of work for nothing, for something I didn't use. But you never know if you're gonna use it. And then I was like, well, it'd be nice to have a close-up, but if I close up this shot, then it looks weird. So I started blobbing it up to make like a zoom in of Jury. And yet again, a different Jury. You can see it clearly here. They just look so different. The facial structure is not the same. Although, like, her head is like a bit propped up here. So what can you do, really? I think she looks cool there, but she definitely looks different. And she looks like a bit... Well, Jury's kind of a mean-looking gal, right? But she's looking edgy mean for sure. Maybe a bit more fat in the cheeks or something. I don't know. Here's the background spoilers. Trying to get the vibe, the environment feel. Here's the graffitis for the backgrounds that were used for like fucking 3 seconds each. Great work. That was like a good 10 hours. At first I wanted to just kind of like go visually, like eye to eye, like just from the reference, freehand it. And this frog thing just felt weird, so I was like, oh man, fuck it. Then I saw there were so many more graffitis than I thought, so I was like, just like trying to speak constantly for 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna trace it to save myself some breath. So, and it's like, it's just little background like details, like, you know? But it's kind of cool to like kind of like reverse engineer the graffitis, you know, to see how they work, try to replicate the effect. So it was kind of fun to do. Like, okay, there's little highlights there, little splotch, bit of gradient, blah blah blah, a little bit of gradient in the lines. Then there's the dragon, lot of lines. But I did like how it turned out. Pretty cool. It's fun. Like the graffitis, remaking the graffitis were fun, even though like it's a bit of work. Here's the texture for Jamie's shirt. That was fast. And now the backgrounds. I really thought I'd have more uptime with the backgrounds. I really put a lot of work in them. It really made them. No, I said I had to shade the hands and crap, which makes sense, right? But those didn't really belong with this background. So when I put the characters with flat colors on these backgrounds, I was like, okay, well, they stand out too much. I made these way too like detailed. For some reason, I really just like doing full 3D type of deal. So I kind of like trying to test my skills as well. Like, it's not perfect, but like I made a fucking sewer opening and shit. You barely see it. That's why I hid the Rayman, by the way. Little Easter egg. Yeah, I just made the whole thing, and you don't even see it in the shot. I was like, oh man, but the car is like plastered. Like this back shot here, like you barely even see it. But you gotta get the details in, you know. And I made it so dark you can barely see anything. This little trash can thing, I don't even know what it is. Then I was like, well, man, I just made all the graffitis in the back. That's not the part for the car. It's just more ground texture. A lot of texture. A little bit of shading. And then I was like, well, this car... putting in the stuff. Doing the little bar sign. Making a full perspective. Doing the AC, and then it's the car. I was like, ah, fuck it, I'll just scribble a bunch of random shit. Put some stupid ass gradients. There you go. Easy. You know, putting some rocks, a lot of rocks, but not as many rocks as this background coming up. There's just a little bit more details to make it like the reference I had. This is just like, I use like kind of like 2 different techniques for the backgrounds. But I was really scared that we're gonna look very different, but in the end, like, they don't look too there's not much of a stark difference between them, but they do look really cool, you know. They don't stand out too much. I think they really benefited the video for the 3 seconds they were used for. Really good use of like my cumulative like 18 hours or something. Maybe not that much, but yeah, maybe. I guess the graffitis are part of it, so. But yeah, it's just making like going from the reference that I took from the game with free cam. Lots of little pebbles here, lots of garbage. Just kind of just a gist of an idea. Like, don't need too many details from it. At first I was thinking like maybe I should put in the characters like this full Poison Ivy and the faux Yugo in the back, but you don't really need to have them there, do you? And at first I wanted like the weird blonde guy in the other background. But first of all, you barely see him with my framing of the background in that scene. And well, it would just stand out too much. But I wanted him to be like, did this guy just piss? I thought it would be very funny. I originally delayed the video just for that. And I was like making it. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't make that guy. He's kind of like, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb. He sticks out enough in the game. I may as well cut some work. You know, I've done enough work as is. But yeah, a cool little background. Pretty good video. Pretty happy with it. The results and crap. Whistles did a great job with Jury. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. I thought this would be a lot more clearer to make. A lot easier to do. But I made things way too fast. But I didn't want this to be like a 30-minute video, so. I don't think anyone's gonna watch to this point, but should I make this more often? Do we learn anything from this? I don't know. You know, life's all about trying new things. And this was definitely one of them. Anyways, here's Whistles almost puking.
Oh my fucking god, I almost... Okay, I'm adding this in here. Because I literally... I almost made myself retch on that last one. I just tried a little too hard, so I almost puked in a dog kennel. Thank you.
Cool. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Hope you like the pretty pictures. Have a good one.